Hi, this is Alan Saunders, Pittsburgh Sports Live here at Kenan Memorial Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, where Pitt just lost a disappointing 38-35 decision to the North Carolina Tar Heels, the sixth straight game Pitt has lost to North Carolina, and a game that Pitt was favored to win despite being on the road, and a game that some Pitt players in the locker room afterwards called disappointing. Pitt thought this was a game they should be able to win. They came into the game with high expectations. And from the very beginning, they did not play well enough to get the job done against the Tar Heels.
I think we had guys running to the ball. I think that's a big emphasis. But same thing, I think it came down to details, kind of physical aspect of making tackles and things like that. I think that was like the biggest deal as far as the first half of this game.
Well, what went wrong? Well, for the Panthers defense, pretty much everything, and giving it 38 points to the Tar Heels that came into the game winless, especially early in the game where North Carolina scored on 3 straight possessions. To start the game, Pitt didn't tackle very well. They made some uncharacteristic penalties and just looked like a sloppy team and not a well-coached or well-executed game from the Pitt defense. Pat Narduzzi thought tackling was an issue and thought really all of that was an issue.
But we got to put ourselves in position as coaches and players to make the play. And if you're out of position or you miss a tackle, I thought our tackling on defense wasn't good today for whatever reason. Even on that last T-bubble, I think Weaver's got the guy. He's he did a better job holding on the punt return than he did on that one. All you got to do is take the guy down. I just don't think we tackled very well. Even in the backfield, there's times when we get TFLs, we don't make them. So give them credit. They made some plays and we didn't.
Offensively, as it has been all season for the Panthers, it was a tale of two halves. In the first half, Pitt was able to move the football, running the ball with Quadri Allison and Darren Hall to gain chunk yardage in addition to moving the sticks and really keep the North Carolina defense off balance and match that North Carolina offense score for score. In fact, Pitt went into the halftime break leading 28-21, but in the second half, things got bogged down. And Kenny Pickett said it was mostly Pitt's mistakes that prevented them from being able to execute in that second half.
I mean, I think it came down to us really not executing like we thought we could. Not making plays when they need to be made. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. Really, that's it, man. We just had to make plays. We didn't make the plays we needed to make today. Honestly, that's it.
Where does Pitt go from here? Well, they don't have any choice but to turn the page, but it's not going to be an easy assignment as the Panthers travel to number 16 Central Florida next week. It's a matchup that Pitt won't be expected to win as opposed to this one that they were, and a loss to the Knights a week from today could put the Panthers at just 500 on the season 6 weeks in. Until then, for Pittsburgh Sports Now, I'm Alan Saunders from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.